Tardigrades are small metazoans and are among the most widespread animals on Earth. They are known from all continents, including Antarctica. Despite this, they are rarely seen, except by specialist biologists. Tardigrades live in a variety of moist habitats, such as lichens and mosses. If its habitat dries out, a tardigrade can form a drought-resistant phase called a ton. This makes collecting them quite simple, because a moss sample may be dried and then stored for several years before being processed. To find a tardigrade, the moss must be soaked in distilled water for about 24 hours to allow the animal to become active again. After that time, water is squeezed out of the moss, and the moss can be put on one side for later identification. Tardigrades will settle to the bottom of the water in a few moments. Now a pipette can be used to suck some of the debris from the dish. This will be examined under a dissecting microscope. Tardigrades should be visible here. Most are less than 1 millimeter in length. There may also be other small animals, such as rotifers and nematodes, in the sample. However, tardigrades are easily distinguished by their shape and the fact that they have 8 tiny legs. A variety of tools may be used to lift tardigrades from the dish. A fine wire loop is the best for lifting them from the water and transferring them for storage to 70% alcohol. They can remain in this preservative as long as necessary. The addition of a little iodine to the alcohol will stain the animals and make them easier to see. To examine a tardigrade under high power, the animal should be placed in a drop of Hoyer's medium on a microscope slide. A cover slip should be lowered onto the slide, and the slide placed on the stage of a high-power microscope. Under high-power magnification, many details of the body can be seen. This species is Macrobiotis harmsworthii. The mouthparts include 4 pairs of grinding placoids, which are surrounded by a muscular pharynx. The legs bear small hooked claws, which can be used to identify the species. Milnesium tardigradum lacks placoids and also lacks a muscular pharynx. However, eyes are visible as dark spots. The primary claws are long with only a single terminal hook. Smaller secondary claws are also present. This lateral view of Hypsibius antarcticus shows the pharynx with, in this case, only 2 pairs of placoids. The mouth opens towards the left. Tardigrades are clumsy animals. They creep awkwardly, using their claws to cling to surfaces. Their legs are moved by long, narrow muscles, each consisting of 2 or 3 cells, and operate in an extensive, fluid-filled body cavity. Although tardigrades take no solid food, some are predators that seek their prey in the tiny spaces in moss and among sand grains. Other species suck the juices from plant cells. The specimen shown here has stylets, which are used to pierce plant cells. Its liquid food passes through the pharynx with its placoids and on into the gut. These tiny creatures are active members of the interstitial fauna. This much we know, but the ecology of tardigrades is less well known than that of most other animal groups.